Luthiery, the age-old art of making stringed instruments, is getting a new lease of life in Cameroon thanks to Clovis Tchoufack. Based in Douala, this visionary craftsman combines tradition and innovation to create unique guitars that are making their mark on the country's musical scene. From a passion born of heartbreak, Clovis has built a flourishing career, becoming a benchmark to be reckoned with. Our journalist Maxime Farrel Bounya reports from Cameroon.
In Cameroon, currently we have young people who are not so much in this field, so we're really pleased to arrange guitars made in Cameroon, made in Africa. You know, in the guitar series we have three types of guitar: amateur, professional and super professional. He's not an amateur at the moment, he's a professional.
It all started from a story, a heartbreak that gave rise to his passion for violin making. It would later become Clovis's profession. Clovis Tchoufack, who needs no introduction to Cameroonian music lovers, is ranked among the best in his field in Cameroon. After many years devoted to Luthiery, Clovis Tchoufack now has his own way of making guitars.
The manufacturing process depends on each luthier. A luthier is a guitar maker and I have my own way of doing things. I start with this soundboard. I start by making this part first, then I tune the notes. There are 6 notes, but there are always 7 for an entire dam. After the soundboard, I make the sides, and after making the sides, I melt it, then make the neck. And you'll always see this on my guitars. I do it to fix my handle. This means that the body is finished first, before I put the neck on it, the keyboard after, the varnish after, and then finally the bridge.
At only 31, he was predestined for a career as a carpenter. Now he's making a series of 5 guitars, each built in a maximum of 3 weeks, using local materials.
The guitars I build are classic in terms of the wood species used. I have spruce here and ebony. Ebony for the keyboard and for the decoration. Now for the back it's sapple, that too is sapple, the neck is also sapple. I chose sapple because it's a wood that doesn't break easily because it has fibers in it. I chose epicea here because it's a wood with straight fibers and music is something that has to be on the same wavelength. So if I take a wood that has too many fibers that are against each other, when you play, the vibration will reach a level that will block it. So that's why I use a wood with straight fibers, and that's more or less what I make, how I make guitars. So that's why I use a wood with straight fibers, and that's more or less how I make guitars.
They have invaded the Cameroonian musical scene, satisfying music lovers and professionals like Farrel, who has followed their development over the last 5 years.
I think today this must be the 4th guitar I bought from him. He has made absolutely prodigious progress in the space of a few years. Personally, I think it's extraordinary with the means he had, especially with the way he studied Luthiery, because he's completely self-taught. Because there are no music schools, I think, here in Africa, he has the level of European luthiers, which is extraordinary because European luthiers, in terms of acoustic guitar, are the best in the world. So today Clovis could perfectly well open a luthier's workshop in Italy or France and not be ridiculous, even in Spain, and I can tell you that it's an absolutely extraordinary performance. We can compare it with the great sporting performance of Francis Ngannou, martial arts champion, because almost no one can do that.
To add more strings to his bow, Clovis has also been trained and now owns a training school for youngsters wanting to learn to play the guitar. And for some, there's already the desire to make a career out of it.
Ce qui m'a motivé à faire la guitare, c'est que mon père What motivated me to play the guitar was that my father wanted us all to be guitarists, so I agreed because I wanted to be a guitarist myself. What I've learned is that no matter how hard or easy it is, what counts is what you can do and learn. The teacher always tells me to go home and do it again so that I don't forget the chords, so I often go home, practice, read my notebooks, and only then do other activities.
In a country where Luthiery remains little known, Clovis Tchoufack stands out as a pioneer, aspiring to open a guitar-making training school in the years to come. His inspiring story reveals not only his passion for his craft, but also his burning desire to share his knowledge and spread the art of violin making in Cameroon and beyond.